Welcome back to the series. Oh wait, did I turn music off? I'm going to turn it back on. There we go. This is the Acer Team Story Cup Season 3. yoeFlashWolves. Ugh, my pop filter just fell on my face. yoeFlashWolves versus NewRoSoft. What is going on with my pop filter? I'm sorry guys. All my equipment right now is just breaking on me. And it's really pissing me off. Anyways, without further ado, this is actually a best of one between these two players. It's worth noting. So you'll see no score on the screen right now, but it is 2-0 at the moment in the favor of yoeFlashWolves over NewRoSoft. And the man who's earned those 2 points so far, spawning in the top left corner of the map, the Red Zerg player, Leenock. And his opponent to the lower right from NewRoSoft. Ooh, I love that logo. Or that, the sponsor logos. It looks so clean, so nice. This is going to be the blue Terran player, KrasS. Now, I've had someone in chat just correct me. And it's supposedly pronounced closer to the word, to the sound of crust. But because I'm an ignorant English-speaking Anglo-Saxon, I'm going to call him KrasS. Just because that's how I read the name. And I in my head, it's the snoot treatment, right? Like everyone knows snoot's called snoote, but everyone just calls him snoot anyways. But actually worth noting here, Leenock looking for cheese. I like this a lot actually. He's just had 2 people back to back try and do some shenanigans to him. So of course Night in game number 1, tried to go with some actual cannons, failed absolutely miserably because Leenock scouted it. Game number 2, Wamu tried to do the mind games and fake cannons, but Leenock still didn't fall for it. And in game number 3, despite the fact that KrasS has shown no reason to do a 2 racks, still safe than sorry looks for it. Make sure there's no 888, no Reapers, no 1111, nothing he has to worry about too much. Now I really like ZVT on this map a lot actually. This map is a lot of fun in my opinion in this matchup in particular. This map can be advantageous for a lot of different reasons. Number 1, whether you're the Zerg player or the Terran player, rush distance north to south, incredibly short. A lot of people forget this because the map looks really big, but that's because, just like your mom, it's incredibly wide. But the Reaper coming out here out of KrasS early on is going to be nice for scouting. Of course, you can always try and get a drone killer too. There's been sort of this dynamic shift, and if you guys have caught any of the casts I've been doing in Namshar lately, we've been talking about it a lot, how for example, it used to be what, 2 Reapers is the opening, non-stop, followed up by 6 Hellions, and maybe sometimes a Banshee mixed into that. But nowadays, it's like 3 Reapers seems to be the standard. It's the go-to. I'm not sure if KrasS is going to be the guy who goes for that necessarily, but we'll see how he ends up playing for this game. One thing I do like, by the way, I don't give a big shout out to KrasS here. He played a game versus, Slivko, sorry, I had a brain fart there for a second, on Habitation Station that ended up being like a ton of Swarm hosts versus KrasS. And KrasS is the only player I've seen deal with Swarm hosts in this particular manner, and I really, really enjoyed it. Where, and I'm not saying Leenock's gonna do this, I'm just nerding out about KrasS because I'm a big fan of this guy. Where if you guys saw that game, you know he did a ton of auto turrets and point defense drones instead of going for seeker missiles and a hell of a lot of tanks to like destroy the Swarm host locust waves. It was so cool and so different, and I've never seen anyone to date still use seeker missiles, or sorry, not seeker missiles, auto turrets as the primary anti-locust defense. So it was really cool to see. Of course, it was combined with siege tanks. It wasn't just auto turrets, don't get me wrong, but KrasS has held a special place in my heart ever since WTS Season 1 of last year. But again, still, he earns it every time I see him play, and I'm really excited to see how he's going to fare against Leenock. This is a player who's honestly probably well suited to actually take down the beast so far. And if this pop filter falls down on my face one more time, I'm just going to take it off, and you guys are going to have to hear my buzz and buzz, as those sounds are really annoying in the microphone. So annoying. It's like talking, it just keeps falling on my mouth. It's like a little boop, boop, just like shh. No more words. Anyways, 12 links on the way. Speedy's about to finish up too, so he shouldn't have too much problem dealing with the Reapers. Reapers in general, like, I'm not surprised you didn't go for 3. This is a map like Habitation Station where you can only get up in 2 locations. The doodads on the ramp block it out, so you don't have a lot of mobility with the Reapers. One thing I'm a little worried about, though, and I'm very worried about this actually, I take that back, not a little bit worried about it. There's a lot of speedlings coming, and KrasS doesn't have any defense at home. No bunkers, no wall off. He's got some Reapers he's going to dance around with. There's some Hellions here, too, but these are already metabolic boost Zerglings. This is not like he's fighting, like, you know, slow legs are going to kite them around. These Hellions are in grave danger if he goes in too early, and he knows this. So, waiting for those extra 2 to come out, he needs 4 Hellions to effectively deal with this. Command Center Orbital needs to be lifted. Lift the Command Center! Okay, he does lift it. I'm sorry, we cast Straylock yesterday, and Straylock lost probably, I don't know how many Command Centers to not lifting, so transferring that worry over to this cast now. But KrasS has got control of his base again. He can start building some SCVs, dropping some mules if he needs to. He's going for bio too, worth noting, guys. We don't have any mech or blue flame or anything such shenanigans. Stimpack is on the way. But as far as the counterattack goes, KrasS can't really get a lot done. And because he has to worry about Lings running into his natural base, until he's got a wall off, he can't exactly move out and start controlling the creep. There's always that threat that there's, you know, 12 Lings hiding here that'll run into your natural base the second the Hellions reveal themselves on this half of the map. So, with the Hellions, he's being a little bit tentative. Oh, he's for Team Story Cup. Yeah, that logo. He's being a little bit tentative with the Hellions, but it's with good intentions and good reasons. Is Rifkin on drugs? No, Rifkin's not on drugs. I'm sorry, guys. This is just unfortunately how I am. You'll have to deal with this. God, it's so weird, by the way. How strange is it to be casting something without a delay? Let's talk about that for a second here. Normally you need like 5 minutes of delay for WCS, 3 minutes for ESL, 2 minutes for Zotac. Like, since we're just kind of enjoying the cast today with the live rebroadcast as we've branded it, it's nice to be able to actually see chat in real time. Kind of cool. But paused up and tentative for the time being. Hellions are, quite frankly, scared to go on the creep. There's a lot of Lings for Leenock though. This is so many. And the Baneling Nest is about to finish. Spire's on the way. And for those who have never seen tussles in the early game, a big part of why you try and pick off Lings with your Hellions is so that you don't have this many to make Banelings with. He can make as many Banelings as he'd like, as long as he's got gas for it. And he doesn't have to worry about not having any Lings to support them. 6 Hellions versus 46 Lings alone even still doesn't look too good. A couple Lings gonna poke across. You're still no wall off here out of KrasS. I'm getting really, really worried for him as this takes a while to get complete. Gonna block out that third for the time being as these Marines move out to clean it up. Lings are flooding across the map, but still, KrasS, man, how do you not have a full wall off? It's well past 6 minutes in the game. A roach bust would have ended your life by now, friend, but a lot of Marines stimmed here with some Hellions will keep the Lings back. No medevacs just yet, though, so stimming like this is a little bit dangerous, and no combat shields either on top of this. Oh god, is he not teching combat shields right now? No, oh, okay, well he doesn't have the gas part because he's going for the medevacs, so I kind of understand that, but there we go. Once he gets a couple more medevacs out, I imagine combat shields will begin. If he plays too long without combat shields, it's not even about the Mutalisks, it's about the Banelings. You need combat shields to better trade out with Banelings. If this was just Lings and Mutas, it wouldn't be a problem, but KrasS, where are you sending your Charizard? Where are you okay, he's bringing it back home. Banelings revealed, get a nice little red glow to it. Thank you, Gameheart, for making them look so pretty, but you know, that's a lot of Marines. Nothing here can really push past this ramp. A medevac does try and go out, but look at this Overlord spread out of Leenock while this is happening, guys. Everywhere on the map is covered. There's no way this medevac gets by without being scouted. Although, it's gonna be close. Okay, he does spot the medevac. So realizing he can't go sneaky mode, does have to worry about the Mutalisk responding to this. I'm surprised he doesn't just unload here in the middle of the map. Trying to go around, but unfortunately we'll bump heads with another Overlord, yeah. Real talk, guys. How on earth did they get a lurker to experiment with it if there's no lurkers in Heart of the Swarm? Riddle me that. Drop is get cleaned up, no real damage down there. But seriously, that's actually really cool. I didn't even know that. There's like a lurker being experimented on down here. But there's no lurkers. Oh, I don't know when he snuck these in, but this is going to be cool. Leenock with a couple Banelings. Okay, a scan is forced. But, yo, that's unfortunate. The scan was going down to check for the Orbital Command Center for a Ling Brood under there, not those two Banelings. If those two Banelings had gone off, that would have been fantastic. Leenock already starting to set up his, I guess, decisive blows, if you want to call them that. Marine's still just trying to clean up the creep for the time being. For Leenock, it's always going to be great. You want to engage on creeps, and Centrifugal Hooks is going to be finished up in a second's time. Banelings with speed on creep do outrun Marines with stim, but off of creep it's a completely different scenario. A couple links here to the north, this medevac not really doing anything. Does Leenock know it's there? No, okay. Push coming from the south, perhaps getting a little overzealous. KrasS's army supply is looking good, but it's not exactly good enough to just A-move and hope to win. He's going to have to spread these units out in a big way. Trying to catch some of the Mutalisks, though, with a nice stem. He's got some Widowmine's position, too. Just side note, too, because I see it being brought up in chat. Guys, I talked to Zombie Grub. She's actually going to make an effort to start joining me for the Monday cast for Go for StarCraft, so I know you Zombie Grub fans are always asking for Zombie Grub, so hopefully we'll get some more Zombie Grub. She'll be joining me this weekend for the Starbow cast. That's worth noting. Was it the 12th? Saturday? Whatever that is? Yeah. Anyway, she'll be joining me for that. That'll be a lot of fun, too, I think. But macro hatchery here at the third. No macro hatchery in the main. Leenock actually has such a scary looking army right now, and it's not even an insane amount of banelings. He's just got a good looking army. He's got the right composition. He's got enough lings behind this to make round 2 of banelings. That's often the problem too. Zerg players will throw so many banelings away just to take out that first sort of round of Terran units, but with no follow-up banelings, have no follow-up to really do anything. Okay, we'll clean this one of mine. So I really like that he's got enough Zerglings in excess that they can make round 2 if necessary. Still trying to take out some of these Widow Mines. Not getting a lot done. Drop heading towards that natural base. Nothing here to protect it though. Zerglings, Mutalisks, and Banelings are all in the middle of the map. Turning around home to come back to deal with this. Ooh, KrasS is going to spread out his drop. This is a bit awkward to see because 2 Marines don't really get a lot done. I think if he had just dropped everything, he probably could have got a little bit extra. But unfortunately, as we see, not even going to get a Beetle. It's not even really going to get a drone here in the main. But KrasS constantly has drops and units out on the map. He's set and ready to keep looking around, poking around, but unfortunately, because he spreads himself so thin, it's a lot easier for Leenock to get the surrounds off, to get these sort of decisive engagements. Widow Mines do need to burrow. Oh god, he's got to spread too. There's a lot of banelings. Even though he's off of creep, this is still a danger and a big threat. I like the Mutalisks, by the way, just constantly going around picking off those Widow Mines, making sure that that's not as big of an issue, but the banelings are trying to roll in. Leenock very tentative to actually engage into this. Army supplies are looking pretty even right now, but we know as a Terran player, that's never a good thing. You never want to be an even supply as your opponent. But stim some units here. Helling will get to the mineral lines first. Picks on up, says, alright, that's too many banelings. Goes towards the main to unload. Chases off a fight here in the middle of the map too. Both of these guys, nobody is doing one thing at a time. And as far as I can tell, no tunnel vision so far. Both players constantly in 3 or 4 locations at the same point, at any given point in this match. KrasS does, though, have to worry about taking a 4th eventually. He's sitting on 3 bases right now, which is pretty comfortable for a Terran player going bio the way he is. But we do see Leenock finally throwing down the Infestation Pit. 2 2s coming up in a moment's time. He'll eventually transition into Hive. And KrasS's advantage of 3-3, well, that's going to be his time to shine. That's when he's got to get some damage done. Because if he keeps playing passive, if he lets Leenock get to 3-3 himself, if he lets him get Ultralisks up and what have you, that's going to be a bad time. That's going to be very deadly for a Terran player to deal with. But some Mutalisks heading towards the south. There are turrets, there are Widow Mines. These should not be able to get that much damage done. Not before KrasS can respond, at least. Decent Widow Mine hit. Pops off on one of the Mutalisks. And of course some turrets and Marines do cover the rest of this. But while this happens, Zerglings say, alright, you're busy in the natural base. I'm going to swoop on in. That's a lot of Banelings rolling in behind this. Precious cargo. 30 Banelings on the map right now. A couple Zerglings trying to kill the command center. Looks like they just barely won't get it. But even if this completes, it's going to be on fire right away. 2 bold Marines, 2 suicidal Marines running across the map to chase down those Banelings. Not sure what that was about, but the Widow Mine coverage here is pretty nice too. The problem here, guys, I mean, this is so many Widow Mines, sure, but they're so clumped up. A couple Baneling hits, even if the Banelings don't detonate directly on top of the Widow Mines, but just explode through death near them, they're going to clean a lot of this up. Rolling in, though, with the Widow Mines, rolling in with the Banelings, or sorry, not with the Widow Mines, with the Zerglings and the Banelings. Leenock again, he gets damage done, he backs up, and he burrowed a lot of units. One of them was the Zergling. This is awkward. Day 7, they still haven't noticed. But oh my god, if he can force a fight around the ramp, KrasS, oh my god, footsteps from his demise, and he doesn't even know it. Leenock is trying to bait out a fight right now, guys, and this is so cool. Oh no, oh no, oh no, KrasS, dude, Leenock, man. So many Marines just died there. A good portion of the army's taken out, but at least it was mostly Marines. They're easily, oh, pop filter. They're easily replaced, and he's making a lot at a time, but he's transitioning into Thors. He's getting Marauders out. He knows the timing is that of Hive Tech, and then he has to worry about this sort of stage 2 of, or stage 3 of the evolution. But Marines training up pretty nicely, and that, oh man, that detonation was so sick. KrasS just really, can you imagine if he had twice the Marines he currently does? This is the difference of Leenock being able to do damage versus KrasS completely shutting him down. But despite this, Baneling's still rolling around. Oh my god, this orbital's gonna die. The SCVs in the mineral line are gonna go down. He lifts up to try and save it, but the Mutalisks will finish the job. Baneling's still rolling in. Marines trying to spread for their lives. Picking up some in the medevacs. It's just chaos in KrasS's base. And while the sap as the Mutalisks go from the... Oh no. Oh no, all the SCVs are stacked up. The splash damage is real. The glaive form bounces are happening. These SCVs are going to go down. The orbital's contaminated because, you know, why the hell not? So many workers dead at this point. Crossing. All right, that's it. Trigger flipped. I got to go. It's all or nothing. We'll see if he can do any damage. He's going to lose his base to the Mutalisks. He knows this, and he's not even going to try and save them. Really nice Widowmine detonation is going to go off, though, but are there even enough Marines here? And I'm thinking the answer is going to be a big, stark no. Most of the Widowmines have been triggered, and there's more Banelings rolling in. Trying to stim back a little bit. KrasS has even got SCVs in the front line. This is everything, but it's not enough. KrasS is finally going to go down here to Leenock. There's a lot of Mutalisks. Actually, oh no, I take that back. There's a lot of Marauders and Medevacs, but there's no real Marine fire. Good game well played is called. Ladies and gentlemen, Leenock will lead the series now 3-0 for Team yoeFlashWolves. And I'm dead serious. I'm going to fucking destroy this pop filter. This is really pissing me off. The screw's loose on it, so it keeps falling down on me. Ugh, annoying.